For more than 20 years, 79-year-old Esther Vanderpoy has committed to being a friend of the environment. Driven by a desire to improve sanitation, Auntie Esther, as affectionately called, has dedicated a better part of her life to championing sensitizations on plastic waste management.
For more than 20 years, a 79-year-old Esther Vanderpoy has committed to being a friend of the environment. Driven by a desire to improve sanitation, Auntie Esther, as affectionately called, has dedicated a better part of her life to championing sensitizations on plastic waste management.
I was one time going out for this campaign, and I met Mr. Kwame Pien, the citizen economy. And said, oh, what are you doing? I said, this is what I'm. Quickly he said I should come to his house.
So what were you doing at the time when he saw you? What were you doing?
I was educating the public.
Okay, about plastic?
About plastic waste. And I started going. When I went, so how are you going to put this in? I started going to public, education. It wasn't easy.
Her success at this, however, could be ascribed to the strategy of placing sacks at vantage points for the collection of plastic waste.
I started with cocoa sack.
You started with what?
Cocoa sack.
Cocoa sack.
Mm.
You were picking cocoa sack.
I said I distributed.
You were distributing cocoa sack.
Some portion.
So that they put the plastic waste. The indiscriminate disposal of plastic bags and sachets has become an enduring menace for many African countries. While Esther Vanderpoy's mission was largely hinged on protecting the environment, little did she know she was blazing the trail for what has become an occupation for many. Well, a recent data from the World Economic Forum indicates that over 15% of the 840,000 plastic waste produced in Ghana goes into recycling. This only means one thing, that the next time you take in a sachet water, think about the next person who ekes out a living from same. As plastic waste continues to threaten ocean life by clogging up stormwater drains, rivers and streams, waste collector Francis Oko shares how he makes a living, especially during rainy seasons.
To ensure I pick ensure na for sometimes now basani where ekure shonogbe ekure labadi ekure teshi alo ekure chemuena lo ba piki.
Amidst the surge in the country's unemployment rate, Francis Oko believes the creation of an enabling environment to encourage the youth into the plastic waste collection venture will contribute significantly to tackling the problem.
Maybe any amazmo scanning de la ona she want to can le bo feel like go na 50 Ghana 100 Ghana po e ba shebu bona she mo go le 100 Ghana po e dey po e shele e wo e tun.
My visit to the Accra Compost and Recycling Plant Limited was an eye-opener. Shift leader John T. Agbeko will first take me through the process of separating the plastics from other solid wastes.
We have two star screens, the big star screen and the small star screen. This big stars, the bigger star screen screens the material into the smaller star screen. Then in the smaller star screen, here you have the conveyor that goes into the elliptical, but there are similar conveyor belts that leads to other sections also. So this machine you are seeing called the elliptical is able to separate the lighter material and the heavy material.
Despite the availability of high technologies, the process requires heavy human resources for completion, highlighting the subject of job creation.
Material that ends up here, mechanically, it is able to separate other materials onto the various conveyor belts. But then, when it ends up here, manually human beings pick them out.
In no time, the recoveries received from the plants were ready for final processing. Jonathan Teria Tete is the supervisor at the recycling unit.
The washing line will wash it. After washing it, then we send it to the shredder. So this is the big shredder, that's the multi-purpose shredder, which will shred all the material. Then after we receive it from here, we have a dryer. This very one is a dryer, which will dry the material which we are shredding. Then after that, we send it to the extruder area, so we go there.
After a series of activities, the magic was finally created.
The machine, it will come out from here. So this one is a mesh. The mesh also sieves the material. Maybe it is dirty. Any dirty in the material will be separated from the original material before it will come out. So you can see from here, this is the mesh that sieves the material. Then it will come out nicely. Then the correct material will come out. So you see, when they put it into the water, it also makes sure that it will be strong before it will come out from here. Because this thing is very soft. So if you don't put it into water, it will just go off. So we have to put it into water so that it will pass through this process. Then it will cut it into pieces. So this is the outcome. So this is the outcome of the material. This can be used for polythene bags. Any plastic bags that we see in town, they will buy it from us and add any other material to it, then they process
To make it a finished product?
Yes, please.
Meanwhile, communications manager of the Zoomlion Ghana Limited has outlined intentions to effectively partner government to enhance the recycling industry.
So 2 years ago, the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, joined Zoomlion to cut sod or break ground for IRECAPs, that's integrated recycling plant across the country. So all 16 regions have IRECAPs. As we speak, 8 of them are working now. We have even 2 in Accra. We have the biggest one in Kumasi, and most region Go also is working, and some other places they are working. Those places are also close to the community, and they pick the waste and they are turning the waste to useful active materials. Yes.
You might be one of the over 1.3 million persons grappling with unemployment rate in the country, as reported by the Ghana Statistical Service. But how about leveraging business opportunities in the plastic waste recycling ecosystem? This thing you call baller might just be paying your bills soon. Reporting for Citi News, Fauzuma Saudu, Accra.